Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of The Bug Warrior. In today's episode I will show you the Lunatic Bleed Warlock Endgame build, which should allow you to clear the pit 130 or higher easily. Alright, so after yesterday's patch, Warlock has probably become the strongest class in the game. The reason why I say this is because I just cleared the pit 130 with no problems and really bad gear, bad. So this build works by summoning Lunatics, and long story short, the Lunatics will make enemies bleed and die almost immediately. Here, as you can see, a pit 130 boss evaporates into nothing in less than 2 seconds. So let's look at the skills and gameplay, and as always after this video I will leave a link to my build planner. So the primary skills will be Command Fallen and Rampage. The secondary skills are Torture Wretch, Sigil of Summons, Command Agrom, and Metamorphosis. The gameplay is extremely simple. Basically, the first thing you need to do is cast your ultimate skill, which is Metamorphosis. This way you can transform to Demonform and gain a lot of bonuses. After this, press evade and you will transform into a Lunatic. I love this because it reminds me of the good old days with the Witch Doctor when we could transform into a chicken. Well, once you transform into a Lunatic, what you want to do is find either a huge group of enemies or elites or champions. Once you find your prey, cast any skill to go back to Demonform, and before anything else you will cast your Sigil of Summons. Once you cast the Sigil, you want to camp at that location and live there. Do not move until all enemies are gone. While inside the Sigil, you will spam your Torture Wretch and both primary skills, which are Command Fallen and Rampage. After this, you will see how the bleed effect drains life almost immediately from even the most dangerous foes. Once you clear the area, transform again into a Lunatic by casting evade and repeat. Once you find the final boss, it's the exact same thing. Just be sure to cast the Sigil exactly where the boss is and enjoy as it disappears into oblivion. Alright, to make this possible, you only need certain uniques and aspects. The quality doesn't matter because, as you will see, my gear is terrible, yet the build is so awesome that at this difficulty it doesn't matter. The first item, and the most important probably, is the Cage of Madness. This is the item that allows you to transform into a Lunatic by evading, but also it increases the damage from Command Fallen for every second you are transformed into a Lunatic. This is why you want to transform and find your targets, because while you move, your damage will increase automatically. The second item you need is Tyrael's Might, but this one you only need it to survive. So at the beginning, if you haven't found the mythic, don't worry, just get any chest gear and add the Might aspect to it. Next we have the Pain Gorger's Gauntlets that will mark enemies for 3 seconds. When an enemy is marked, the damage that the Lunatics will deal will be echoed to all marked enemies. On top of that, it will increase its damage to up to 125%. Next, you will need Temerity so that every time you heal, you will get a barrier that will protect you for 8 seconds. Next, get some boots with the Undying aspect. Undying is great because every time you cast any skill, you will heal. This aspect, when combined with Temerity, lets you have a barrier almost all the time. Next, find a two-handed mace and the Mutilation aspect. This aspect will let you bleed enemies all the time. Next, get any amulet. As you can see, mine here is not even ancestral, and add the Hellbent Commander aspect so your summons deal up to 105% more damage. Next, get one ring with the Moonrise aspect. This will increase your attack speed, your movement speed, and your Lunatics will deal even more damage. The last piece will be your second ring, and this one is the Adaptability aspect, which will let you generate resource every time you cast your Lunatics. Regarding the soul shards, you will use the Legion shard with the Evisceration fragment. Regarding the skill tree, again I will leave the link to my build planner in the description, but the summary is maximize Command Fallen and select damage per demon, Mega Lunatic, and Dominance. Next, maximize Torture Wrench and select Punching Bag, Unstoppable, and Duration. Next, maximize Rampage and select Lesser Demon Wrath, Shockwave, and Elite Hit Chance. Next, maximize Sigil of Summons and get Summon Hellworm, Stronger Summons, and damage Sigil of Summons. Last but not least, maximize Metamorphosis, select Damage Scaling, and Destruction Demon. This one is important so you can still cast your skills while in demon form. And finally, select Dominance. The rest of the points, use them at Dark Prison and select Weaken Dark Prison, Chain Aura Dark Prison, and Missile Slow Dark Prison. For the Paragon board, you will add the Demonologist glyph to the starter board. Next, Fathomless with the Attrition glyph. Next, Dominion with Blood Frenzy glyph. Next, Demonic Espicles with Guzzler. And the last one is Greater Hex with Eldritch Sight. For the Mercenaries, right here with his Bastion ability to save our bot when needed, and Variana with Bloodthirst when any skill is cast. Last but not least, with the Talisman you will switch to the Chainsaw of Horizon set, and you will need the Dirge of Odium unique charm so you can increase your damage based on your wrath. So there you have it. Apparently Blizzard screwed up some stuff at launch with the Warlock at the beginning of Season 13, but now that it's fixed in the latest patch, Warlock is OP as we all wanted it to be. Please let us know your thoughts in the comments. We reached the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far and found the video interesting or useful, please consider to share, like, comment or subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.